And it's the Wizards on the road for this one with an interconference game today. You're in for a treat as we bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke. The Pelicans hoping for a happy ending to close out their homestand before hitting the road. They've really been on a roll. They've gone 5-1 in their last 6 games. And what a big-time opportunity this is, folks. We're going to see the first official NBA start from Freak.
You know, and he's earned that spot in the starting 5 with some impressive play. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him hang on to it for a long time.
Well, it's certainly a big responsibility they're giving him, but I think he's ready for it. He's got the poise that's needed to take an opportunity in the starting lineup and make the best of it.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. Taking a look at the Wizards. Nene and Gortat team up in the paint. Bradley Beal and Otto Porter Jr. are the wingmen. And it's Robertson at the 1.
Early on, 3 misses to open the game. Their offense right now still trying to find its way.
Gordon kicks to Holiday. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Pelicans shooting their first free throws of the game.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
So he gets them both.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Randy Whitman and I spoke just briefly. Going into this game and scouting the opposition, he told me he's a huge fan of Drew Holiday, saying, you know, Drew's still a guy with so much potential. You just don't see that many point guards with his kind of frame. 6'4", close to 2 bills, and a great skill set to match. He's a guy you love to watch, but you often hate to go up against. Kevin, we'll see if he can have a big impact in this one.
And as always, Doris, thank you. Knocked loose, stolen by Holiday. And there's the call on Nene. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean,
that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Nene, the screen. Roberts passes to Nene, and he gets the bucket. Nene's got his first points in this one.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
Here's Gordon. Rebound, Washington. Coming into this, having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
And the way they attacked the basket in that game was unreal. I mean, after a while, the defenders seemed to just wave the white flag.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, that's what will happen when a team continues to attack the basket and come away with layups. The defense tends to get demoralized and deflated.
Pelicans trail by 4. Here's Davis. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
And I tell you what, anytime you get those easy ones, that basket starts to get bigger.
Over to the left wing. Here's Nene. And Davis pulls it down.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Now the feed to Freak. Shot clock at 6. The jump hook and good on the basket. Book it.
I tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already.
Here's Roberts. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Right side Holiday. Fires from the line. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
Could be the first of a lot of mid-range jumpers that we see from him.
Here's Roberts, guarded by Holiday. Roberts dishes to Nene. Nene with the screen on Holiday. A 3-ball. Can't hit. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
proficient in that game at the offensive end of the floor. I mean, their passing was dynamic and their shot selection was superb.
You do those two things hand in hand, Greg, you know the result. You move the ball like they did and take smart, good shots, you're coming away with a lot of wins.
Now here's Freak. He's coming off a 16-point game against Toronto. Takes it from 10, and so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. That one is on Holiday. The Wizards shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight. Free throw good. Beal. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Omer Ashe. He's checked in for Alexis Ajinça. Anderson comes in for Davis. Evans, he's checked in for Gordon. And it's Norris Cole in for Drew Holiday. Screen by Ashe. Evans kicks to Ashe. Here's Anderson. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
1:05 left to play here in the first. And McCallum kicks to Neal. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Thompson, he's checked in for Bradley Beal. And so he makes both from the line. For New Orleans, they've gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Teardrop shot. Rebound, Washington.
And trying to come up with a highlight reel finish, somebody forgot to finish it.
Thompson passes to McCallum. Plenty of space. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. McCallum's got his first points of the night. The Pelicans trail. Pass to Freak. 27 seconds left in the first quarter. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has to address.
Here's Neal, covered by Evans. Shots good by Neal.
Now we're talking. He abused the defender off the dribble and then just was able to glide in for the layup.
And a chance to hear from Bradley Beal. He came from a football family in St. Louis, but
she definitely put the ball in my hand. She's the one who taught me my form. I followed through, and still to this day, she yells at me if I'm.
Maybe some other NBA players should be practicing with Bradley Beal's mom, because she has definitely honed something special into him.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, but I'm not sure some of the more delicate NBA egos could handle her trash talking them when she beats them in a game of horse. Bradley's not only got a special J, but he's got a pretty good disposition too.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And what stands out to you from Washington in this one?
Really, it's always a positive when you can get some impact off your bench.
Always nice to have firepower coming from the reserves, and they've had firepower and then some so far.
So this is how the floor looks for the Wizards starting the second. They've got McCallum. He's out there with Gary Neal. Hollis Thompson is out there with Henry Sims. And it's Mayo in at the power forward position. Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Raptors delivered quite a performance. He ended with 16 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what was a great exhibition on his part. He was just too much to handle as he came off the bench to turn in a great outing, guys. They hope it continues.
All right, Doris. Well, guys, some changes for New Orleans. Alexis Ajinça has checked in for Ashe. Freak comes in for Anderson. And it's Gordon in for Tyreke Evans. Nene into the lane. That's good. Nene's got 7. Pelicans trail by 7. Here's the screen. Out to the right wing. And a wide open look for Freak. And it's slammed in by Davis.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Craig. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
Well, I don't think it would be a bad idea, Kevin. I mean, they could use all the second chance points they can get.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact, straightforward call, simple.
Cole's checked in for Drew Holiday.
You know, he didn't get to the line in that entire first quarter. But right now, he's showing some aggressiveness out there.
Freak with it. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Can't get it to go.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
Porter kicks to Roberts. Pass to Mayo. 6 to shoot. The Wizards need to get a shot off here. And again, Washington no good. Pelicans trailed by 5. 26 seconds left in the first half of the game. Gordon goes in. Gets that one to drop. That's his 3rd field goal in 8 tries.
Looked like he was channeling Bob Cousy right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble like that?
Here's Roberts. He has 5. Benet setting the pick for Beal. Nice teamwork to set up the pick play and make the space for the J.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. You look at Nene, what a contribution.
Yeah, the rebounding, particularly on the offensive side, as good as it gets. He was bringing the effort down low.
And I tell you what, that allowed him to get his team several multiple shot opportunities. His work on the offensive glass has been invaluable.
Holiday at the 1 with Gordon at the 2. Anthony Davis is out there with Freak, and it's a Jinsa in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's Alvin Gentry's 5 as we get into the second half.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And that one's good by Gortat. Gortat's got 8 points.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
Holiday dishes to Davis. Gortat with the steal. He feeds it to Roberts from 12 feet out. And it's Freak with the rebound. Pelicans trailed by 5. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Shot clock at 5. The 3. Rebound, Washington.
And that's not the best of shot selection there. The defense definitely won that possession.
Yeah, I think in that case, you've got to go elsewhere with the ball. You just can't rise up over the top of him when he's on it. Great unspoken communication between teammates leading to the nice assist and the easy score.
And here is our 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's toughest games. Pelicans, number 1.
The teams they've faced over the last 10 have to be wondering how long this brutal defense is going to last. There's no let-up in these teams. They play with tenacity throughout.
Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Omer Ashe, he's checked in for Alexis Ajinça. Anderson comes in for Anthony Davis. And Tyreek Evans is subbed in for Eric Gordon.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
He hits the second from the line. Washington leading now by 6. Here's McCallum. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Thompson inside the line. The shot is off. And New Orleans will come the other way. This their first look at this year's Washington squad.
Yeah, and a pair of losses for them in their meetings last season. And the cold, hard truth about it, they just had a hard time beating anybody last year.
You know, Greg, those were games where you thought they could get a win. But now they need to forget about it. It's in the past, let it go, and they've got to focus on the present and try to make a better run of it this time.
Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Thompson's got his first points of the game.
No matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball in the paint.
And it's a big key thus far in this game, Clark, because whenever they've gotten the ball in the paint, good things have happened.
Now here's Freak. He's covered closely. Just 5 to shoot. Up and in on the layup. Freak's got 5 points in the quarter.
Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They've got a battle inside.
This game has been a battle, and maybe they're starting to just run out of gas a little bit.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
So far in the game for Gortat, he has 8 points and a steal.
And the first one drops. He doesn't get the second one. Pelicans trail by 4. Stolen by Thompson. Here's Neal. They get it back. Gortat, the pass to Sims, missed inside.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Here's Freak. And there's the foul. It goes on Ryan Anderson. That is his first foul of the game. The Pelicans making a switch here. Cole's checked in. And a switcher also for Washington. Mayo's checked in. Here's McCallum. Pass to Neal. The 3. Evans with some nice D. New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
A minute 50 left to play in the third. McCallum. Sweet little floater. And the Wizards lead by 4.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
Out of bounds, Washington takes possession.
A temporary lapse of focus from him on that turnover. It's embarrassing, but on occasion.
So it's the Wizards now. Fourth quarter on the court for the Wizards. Nene and Gortat team up in the paint. Bradley Beal and Otto Porter Jr. are the wingmen. And it's Roberts in at the point. And Gortat kicks to Nene. It's blocked. Now here is Holiday.
We got to be more physical on defense. They are getting to the middle of the floor way too easy. Get into them on the perimeter. Posts. Rotate over and make your presence felt. Quit being so soft.
Out left to the wing. Now here's Freak, guarded by Porter. Here's Freak. Washington with the rebound. Gortat's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And Roberts kicks to Beal, and the layup's good off the glass. Beal's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Wizards.
I tell you what, you don't want to allow too many of those kinds of baskets with the game on the line.
This is when the defenders really have to protect the basket. You need to be in sync as a unit defensively. And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Porter dishes to Gortat. Roberts passes to Nene. 14 feet away. Shot's good. And it's an 8-point Wizards lead.
He has such a nice touch for a big man.
Yeah, and they've got to figure out a way to get a bigger body on him, because if they don't match up his size, then he's going to continue to work him over the rest of the game. That's just run-of-the-mill for him. A typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Wizards?
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, I've been extremely impressed with their interior D. Their rim protection has been as good as it gets.
Porter against Gordon. Here's Freak. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
We've seen a noticeable improvement out of him since halftime. He didn't have a whole lot working in the first half.
Here's Roberts, guarded by Holiday. Beal from long range. Knocks it loose. And so the ball out of bounds. Beal touched it last. Pelicans trail by 3. And Holiday kicks to Davis. Beal with the steal. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Outside Holiday. Here's Freak. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Wizards leading by 3. And Roberts kicks to Gortat. And here is Beal. A picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good. Beal's got 4 points in the quarter.
How nice was that? Bradley Beal, I tell you, textbook shooting form, that thing is on fire.
Holiday goes in. 14 feet away. That's good on the jump shot.
What a shot over the bigger defender. That could prove to be a massive bucket.
Greg does not get much tougher than that. Tough defense, high pressure situation, clutch play. I love it.
Lets it go from 14. And it's Freak with the rebound. Freak's got 4 rebounds in this game.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Davis drives in. Here's Ajinça. Gortat with the block. But they get it back. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
Yeah, but in the first half, he was just purely flawless as a ball secure. But that certainly hasn't been the case here in the second half.
Tyreke Evans is checked in for Gordon. Roberts passes to Beal. There's a screen by Gortat. Here's Roberts. It's Gortat with the drive. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
Sensational pass. Even in mid-shot, he still saw the open man.
And it's slammed in by Davis.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Okay, time now for an injury report. Let's find out the news on Eric Gordon. Doris, what's the update?
Thank you, Kevin. I caught up with the head athletic trainer for the Pelicans. It doesn't seem like too drastic of an injury. We're into the heart of the season now, and that's the last thing this team wanted to hear. That's going to make their winter just a little bit longer, guys.
Thank you, Doris, for the update. We appreciate it, and we really hope for the best as always.
And he's a tough guy. My guess is he'll be back before we know it, and better than ever.
Greg, I sure hope you're right. I mean, there are just so many uncertainties when it comes to dealing with injuries, though. Let's hope for the best.
Holiday dishes to Davis. And that one's good.
Loose D here. mental stretch. I mean, you're better off sending him to the free throw lines than to have him get that good a look.
Well, how about Anthony Davis in this one? He's got 16 points, and he was able to come up with 1 steal, too.
You know what? He's been a difference maker defensively today, Clark. He's disrupted more plays than the stat sheet will show.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Thank you, guys. I got a chance to hear what Randy Whitman was saying to the team. He told them the game is right there for the taking, fellas, but we've got to be first. First to loose balls, first to the rim. We have to give our all right here. Kevin, now's the time.
Evans against Beal. Gortat with a screen on Holiday. Roberts. And Gortat kicks to Beal. Oh, and here comes Holiday all alone. Connects! And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Pelicans.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been an attack mode on the defensive end.
Yeah, I think you also have to give them a lot of credit for how well they've risen up to meet shooters to challenge shots in this game. A lot of blocked shots tonight.
Nene has the open look. Money! A huge shot to tie it up.
Boy, what a pressure bucket that was.
Greg, now that's coming through in the clutch.
Davis sets a screen. Freak sets a screen for Holiday. Kicks to Freak. That one rolling around and rims out. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. Sinks it. What a difference in this crowd right now, Clark.
Yeah, they're breathless, nervous, and quiet.
That was a big-time shot. That's how you silence a building.
Holiday, the pass to Ajinça. Yes! And the foul. It's going to go on Otto Porter Jr.
Yeah, beautiful play on the interior. They're just using the height advantage to lay the ball up and in when they really needed that basket.
Those and ones can be really critical moments in a tight game like this one.
Beal against Evans. Here's Roberts. To the inside. Outside for Beal. Down low. Nene. Oh, off target. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure, it's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
So he gets them both, and it's a three-point game.
That last free throw was critical. Their only choice now is to go for the 3 to tie.
So it's a narrow victory for the Pelicans, pulling it out for the W. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as Clark, they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal.
Yep, and it might not be the way a coach would have drawn.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Drew Holiday.
I think his efficiency from the field was the biggest factor in this win. He made over 60% of his shots. I don't care if you're playing one-on-one or one-on-5. That is a great percentage.
Just a sensational performance on a lot.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.
Well, the team won tonight, but certainly no thanks to you in that effort. Do you feel like you let down the fans with the way you played?
Let down the fans? You serious? But we won the game, man. Won the game. The fans know what I could do. Just because I didn't get it done tonight don't change a thing. Yo, come back and we'll have a more serious talk next time if we actually lose. Next question, please.
Do you feel like if you stepped up your game more, this game wouldn't have been so close?
Stepped up my game. Man, you act like I did nothing out there. My game was a big part of our win. Yeah, that's right. Win. So as far as I'm concerned, we ain't got nothing else to discuss. Next question.
That was your first official game as a starter. How'd it feel?
That felt great. To me, this is a huge step on the way to living the dream. I can't wait to see what the future has in store. Like, I know if my man Vic has anything to say about it, that things are about to get crazy. Real crazy. Anyway, that's all I got to say. Thank you.